In the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk shooting, it is somewhat rare to have the shooter in a mass murder or assassination survive. So we will soon know for sure, I assume, what caused a seemingly pleasant young man from a good family to commit such a heinous act that not only caused the loss of the life of a prominent influencer, but will no doubt inevitably cost him, the shooter, his own life. The murderer is a 22-year-old young man by the name of Tyler Robinson. Tyler lived in St. George, Utah, and according to reports, had a transgender roommate. That information prompted this comment from the vomitous Megyn Kelly. She says, quote, "There is one particular group that's been running around killing Americans in the name of ideology, and its transgender activists or individuals are those who proclaim they are," unquote. We live in an era when public people can just say shit like that without consequence. By saying this, Kelly gets a twofer. She gets to blame liberals and trans people at the same time. Winning. Only problem is Megyn Kelly just made that up. I checked. And guess what? Independent analysis of available cases suggests that transgender people are rarely perpetrators of homicide or violent crime. In fact, trans people are much more likely to be victims of violence than perpetrators. That's because people that don't know any better are willing to take the word of boneheads like Megyn Kelly. And then there's our dear leader. Trump was given a great chance to tone things down like any halfway normal president would do, and of course he whiffed. Asked on Fox News to condemn radicals on both sides, he just couldn't do it. Just as he couldn't bring himself to condemn the white nationalist, racist anti-Semites in Charlottesville, Virginia, back in 2017. Remember, that's when he said there are very fine people on both sides. He answered this question by saying the right-wing radicals, they just don't want to see crime. In other words, they're okay. But he said the radicals on the left are the problem. They are vicious, and they're horrible, and they're politically savvy. And they didn't vote for me. Okay, he didn't say that last part, but we all know that's really what he meant. Meanwhile, there are now reports coming out that the Kirk assassin was a follower of Nick Fuentes, a white nationalist, Holocaust denier, who hated Charlie Kirk because he claimed Kirk was a fake, not right-wing enough. The speculation is that Robinson may have been what they call a groyper. That's a nickname for a follower of Fuentes, like Nazi-like ideology. Wait, we shall see soon enough what the truth is about Robinson's political views and what drove him to murder. But in the meantime, the guy at the top has already made up his mind. And he was blaming liberal, left-wing, woke commie terrorists. He was doing that before the shooter had even been apprehended or anything was known of him. Once again, however this turns out, Donald Trump has failed at the most basic job a president has, to show a calm demeanor before learning the facts and bringing down the temperature of a nation that needs cool leadership rather than hysterical accusations, particularly these days. You, Mr. Trump, are a failure. You're a failure as a leader, and even more, you're a failure as a human being. That's why we're going to whip your ass in next year's midterms and make America a democracy again.